Welcome to Bare Budget. I'm Kezia. Thanks for joining me for today's video. We're stuffing $355. I've been MIA a lot. I've tried to update everybody, but we moved again. We just moved 3 months ago, and then we moved again. It's because we found a house in the country. We're still renting, but we've just been very stressed out, very highly beyond burnout. And I'm just now getting to a new routine. Matt has a longer commute and I can't get to the bank as easily. It has to be like this planned day that I have to prepare myself for. So I got to the bank today. I'm going to start with my wallet. We're also going to be adding some things into my bills binder, and we're cash stuffing Christmas. I am definitely prioritizing Christmas. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm just doing $100 for groceries this week. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Our landlords, it's actually a pretty sweet deal. So our landlords, Matt can do side work for them, and they've been really short-staffed just on the farm in general. They raise cows, and they do hay, and I think a couple other things. They have quite a few rental properties too, but Matt does. I'm getting $20 for personal, so I now have 20, 40, 50, 55, 6, 7, 8. Matt's doing some side work for them, and they are totally up for whatever hours that he does. We can just apply to rent. So far for the month of June, Coffee is getting 6. Matt has done enough hours to pay for 2 months of rent. So we didn't have to pay July rent, and we're already paid up for August rent, and they prefer to be paid in cash. So I just kept that cash aside and I just put in the bills binder, and that is, we're 2 months ahead on rent, which is actually really good. We had some, like, the moving expenses kind of set us back. So that's allowed us to use that money to pay off all of the moving expenses and to just pay to get settled in here. I think that's all that I'm putting in. Oh, I'm going to put in, no, I'll put Duke's money in binders. And receipts, I've already scanned into my receipt rewards apps. I use Fetch, Receipt Jar, and Frisbee. And those are all linked below. If you want to use my referral code, you just scan receipts and you get points, and you can turn those into gift cards, or some of the apps you can just get cash. But we both get bonus points when you join with a referral code. Next is Matt's binder. Matt's getting $40 for spending. My envelope for his is getting a 10. And then that's all for this. Now I have a separate binder that's duplicates of both of our wallet categories. So skipping to Matt's wallet, I'm putting extra money in spending in case he needs more. And I'm adding a 10, 20, 30, $40 now. Next, I'm going to our health binder. Skipping to eye exam. It's getting a 20. So 20, 40, 60, 65. And then eye care, which is for glasses and contacts, is getting 20, 25, 30, 35. And that's all for this binder. Next, I'm going to our home and vehicle. Okay, some of these, while I'm in this binder, I'm just going to, a lot of our expenses and what we're focusing on has changed now that we've moved. Because this house that we've moved into, this is forever home for the time being. So no more future home for the time being. I'm taking that out. Storage tubs, I'm still going to keep this as a category, but I think I'm just going to move it. Movers, like we don't need movers anymore. We ended up doing it all ourselves. We moved over the whole month of June, and then we did like all of the last minute heavy stuff like our bed that last weekend of June. So it ended up being not so bad. The biggest part was that we had to go up and down the stairs, but it's a lot easier going downstairs than it is going up the stairs. So land, that was also like, and shed. This was, we were thinking about buying a parcel of land, building our own little house shed thing, tiny home. But we're going to do this for at least, we're going to be here for at least 5 years. Okay, vehicle, I guess I'll just put that in the front. Garden storage tubs, I'm going to hang on to. And I'm going to put these in household. New vehicle. So last video, this is our deposit back from the apartment. And we're sharing a truck right now, and we want to get like a smaller car, something that Matt can more easily commute with, like that's less expensive on gas, and so that I have I have a vehicle to run around with if I need to go. Like, I work from home every day. It's nice if I can just go and do my errands, but the nearest town is now 19 miles away, so I'm gonna need a car to do that. But vehicle maintenance, you know what, I'm gonna wait till next week to budget for that. Okay, and vehicle registration, and then car wash. Okay, and then household, and I'm gonna put storage bins because we still want to collect storage tubs. It's just not as a, this isn't just a, it's not a priority anymore. So maybe I'll put it in the back. Laundry, bathroom, kitchen, bedroom, living room. So all of these categories are now, like, we don't have a sofa. We would like a new, oh, and garden, and then storage tubs. Okay. We would like a new bed frame. Why is this not closing? I think these binders, if you open and close the rings a lot, they tend to get a little worn out. Okay, that's better. I need to put money in kitchen. I think it's getting a 20. Yes, it's getting a 20. So that's all it's getting stuffed in this binder. Got a little bit more organized. We're going back to the health binder. And we're skipping to self-care. And going to Kezia clothing is getting a 5. Let me get a nicer 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Matte clothing is also getting a 5. That's all it has. Hair, when I think Duke's. I think Duke's envelope is in here, yeah. Duke is getting a 20. That's all that has. And now that's all for health and personal care binder. Next is holidays and birthdays and vacays. Anniversary is getting a 5. So 10, 15, 20, $25 now. Skipping to birthdays. Matt's birthday's in September. That's the next birthday. It's getting a 10. Just kidding. So 15. And I decided I'm going to give him, he really has been wanting to do, he calls it his town, but he loves like miniature. He loves to build those like model trucks, model trains, little towns. He wants to create his little miniature town. And I want to take him to a Hobby Lobby. I introduced him to a Hobby Lobby. It was really cute when I did, because I showed him in the back, they have those like doll houses and all those parts for doll houses. And he absolutely loved all of it, because like, I could put that in my town. So, but the nearest Hobby Lobby is like 2 hours away. So for his birthday, I'm going to save up for him to have a little shopping spree at Hobby Lobby. And then I think that's all for this binder. Next, I'm gonna put, I've missed a few things, but going to cash emergency is getting 4, which I've got a tracker here, and there isn't the lowest is 5, but, oh, but I have a spare $1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and $4. That was just what was left over from the weekly budget. So 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35. So we'll fill in a 5. And for us, cash emergency, this is if we go over budget a lot. And so I just try to have some extra money in here that we can pull out in case, like to help cover when we go over budget. Next is Christmas. I love my Christmas books, my Christmas book. I sell these in my shop, although it comes with a slightly different binder. I'm just really excited. I've never saved up for Christmas. I have never saved up for anything like this. And I just think this is just so cool. So we're filling out a couple of them. A couple of these, but I think we're putting 40 total. So I think I'm just doing 15, 5, and maybe the 20. $10, $15, $20. Okay, hang on. Let me get a 20 instead. Dig in to new vehicle because I know there's 20 in here. I have lots of 20s. I don't know why Matt took this deposit check to the bank to get it cashed. I don't know why he got mostly 20s, but that's all right. Because I can like use it to cash condense, I guess. We're trying to get first, before we get a second car, we're trying to see if we qualify to get our truck refinanced through our credit union. Because what we're currently paying, we're paying an astronomical amount of interest currently. And then we'll have the money down to put on a new car. And we're just gonna get like a used car. We're already looking at one that's like $6,000. But I want to see if we can get our payments down on the truck first. That's all for Christmas. Last, we're going to my bills binder, and I've made a few new. I got the categories I have in here are bills and subscriptions, and I'm adding debt as a category to keep track of the payments. So I made myself a little bookmark, and these will be coming new to my Etsy store, debt payoff trackers. I just have to make new ones because oopsies, the one, like, I made not a whole bunch, but I made a fair amount and realized that when I punched the holes, I made this little, the words got cut off. But I'm going to make, so far we have 2. We have our truck debt, and then there's like a rolling debt that Matt has at work for the traveling salesman. I also got some new markers, some new wet erase markers from Walmart that our Walmart never has wet erase markers except for once a year back to school. So right now it's back to school, and I got this giant thing of, it's like 12 or 16 markers for like $10. Okay, so we're gonna set up this debt here. I'm gonna push this aside. By the way, in case you don't know, this is matte laminated. You only want to use wet erase, not dry erase, but wet erase on matte laminated trackers things. So I'm just gonna set that up like that. And put that there. Next, yes, this one is for Matt's tools. he has to provide his own tools for work. He's a diesel mechanic, ag mechanic, and there's a traveling salesman that goes by his work once a week, and sometimes his tool will break, or most of his tools are insured or like not insured, on warranty, that you just get a free replacement if it breaks. But I don't know, like there's no interest. They just break it up into weekly payments. We'll just put this like this for now. Well, no, here, we'll do that. And I'll have to figure out what that balance is. But we got that in. Oh, and then I had a few more bookmarks that I was going to update my holiday and annuals binder, because I like I'm just refreshing my look. Holidays. Birthdays. These bookmarks I'm currently selling my shop as like a personal thing. They're matte laminated vellum that I can make custom for you. Trips and vacay. And then instead of this last category, it doesn't quite make sense, annual expenses. It's not an expense. I'm changing it to miscellaneous, because these are just like our end of year holiday cards we like to send out. And every once in a while I mail someone a gift. So I just need some money to mail. There we go. That's cute. Oh, and while I'm at it, I've been so behind. I didn't record very much during the month of June, so I'm like a month behind with my little calendar cards. That one's a little wonky, but that's all right. It's just for a little decoration anyway. There. Now we are all caught up. I think I'm finally getting into the groove of things. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Have a great week, and I will see you in the next one.